This is Essie Featured. This is the power of sports.
It's about compassion and connection and mission. About two souls bound through service.
I was so restricted in what I was allowed to do. I was so lonely. I was so depressed. And now I have this cute, furry, irresistible thing that like nudges you and says, hey, all right, let's get back in life. And that's her.
Before Christy Gardner was a soldier, she was a player, a scholarship athlete in lacrosse and field hockey at C.W. Post College in Long Island.
Originally it was soccer, and she was great at that, and then she had to play against the boys because she was too great at that. And then she started playing field hockey.
I knew it was a route to an education, but I never took it like, oh, I'm gonna be a pro, I never took it that seriously.
Just weeks after graduating in 2005, she found a different team, the U.S. Army.
My grandfather and uncles were Marines, so the option to be in the military was always in my head. Being out there and helping people and being on the front lines is where I wanted to be.
In the summer of 2006, while serving in the demilitarized zone in Korea, Gardner suffered a traumatic injury, fracturing her skull, puncturing her spinal cord, and leaving her without feeling in both legs below the knees.
I had a skull fracture in the frontal bone and the temporal, and when I hit the ground, I pushed my jaw through the base of my skull on this side, so I damaged the front and side of my brain and also some of the speech area.
Gardner has endured 22 surgeries since, eventually choosing to have both legs amputated below the knee. But even more difficult, the injury also left her coping with frequent and severe seizures.
I had seizures 4 or 5 times a month. I couldn't be trusted to be alone because I might get injured passing out or having a seizure. You were a 24-year-old, healthy, active individual, and now you can't do anything.
She went from all-star athlete to she had to wear a helmet 24 hours a day. She couldn't live alone. They didn't want her to shower alone.
To come out and have them say, you'll never be physically capable of taking care of yourself. That was horrible. I was definitely depressed. I was definitely bottom of the barrel. That's my buddy.
For Gardner, a turning point didn't come on a special day. It came from a special dog, a golden retriever named Moxie. For the past 8 years, the two have lived together as more than soldier and service dog. Specially trained to use her acute sense of smell to detect oncoming seizures, Moxie is Gardner's protector as much as her friend.
She'll grab a hold of my wrist and kind of give me a little tug like, hey, this is serious time to pay attention. And then I'll lay down on the floor, she'll put her front paws on me, and she'll stay that way until she says it's safe to get up. And if I still don't respond to the pain stimulus of her claws, then she's actually trained to get help.
Mox has been a lifesaver. There is no question about it. Without Moxie, I don't think my sister would still be around, honestly.
As great a companion as Moxie was, Gardner struggled to re-enter the world. That's when she met Neil Williams at a local VA hospital in 2009, a wheelchair-bound Vietnam veteran who was injured in combat.
I was at the VA, and I was sitting in the hallway crying, and, here's this bigger guy, old guy, in a wheelchair that rolls up and reaches out a hand and just talks to me.
That was a life-changing moment for both of us, really. This was a young soldier sitting in one of the rows of chairs, sobbing quietly, tears dripping off her chin, and her dog trying to comfort her. She was a soldier in trouble. That's it. That's what we do.
Despite their differences, their bond felt almost predestined.
I essentially told her that there's life after injury, that the doctors were full of shit. Yeah, you aren't going to be able to do all of the things that you did before, but you're going to do most of them, and some of them you're going to do better, but you have to adapt.
He could have rolled away. He could have just kept on going by and never seen me again and not think twice about it like most folks do. And instead, he approached and tried to help.
With Williams' insistence and encouragement, Gardner became active again.
So finally I gave in to shut him up, and it turns out there was all these other disabled veterans there that could still do everything. So Neil gave me the little push and a shove to give it a try.
It was a short step from active to competitive.
She got out there and it was just like a light switch was flicked on for her. She knew that's what she wanted to do. She's a very determined, very driven person, and that's what she went for. Regardless of all of the physical issues that she had, she kept pushing and continues to.
Her competitiveness found its greatest focus on the ice. By 2011, Gardner was playing for the United States sled hockey team, eventually becoming one of its co-captains. Moxie has watched it all.
Being able to wear the USA jersey is major. To be a part of that unit and bring pride to myself and to our nation has been extremely important for me and very rewarding.
Moxie doesn't skate, but she's on the ice anyway, protecting and encouraging. Two souls bound to each other, each serving her own mission.
I see Christy as a soldier, a damn fine soldier, one I would have been proud to have served with. And I'll always be grateful for the opportunity that I had to meet her that day.